The HYDRA Sorcerer is one of the strongest builds you can play in Diablo 4's Season 9. So in this video we'll be taking a closer look at Lurkin's S tier crit HYDRA setup, which will help you breeze through the leveling process and then evaporate bosses and smash through pits in the endgame. This build is a critical strike damage focused version of HYDRA, which scales insanely well even early on. This is thanks to the invoked HYDRA node gaining 50% crit damage and 20% crit chance, as well as the Isu's Ferocity Key passive giving 40% critical strike chance too. This means HYDRA naturally gains a ton of crit chance for free, which is boosted further in the mid to late game with Paragon boards like Searing Heat giving another 15% crit chance and additional crit damage. So all of this combined gives HYDRA access to easy scaling compared to other builds. It also has access to some very solid scaling aspects too, like Serpentine, Flashfire, Battlecasters and Firestarter. We can use the HYDRA and Familiar enchants to increase our fire damage bonuses through the Enchantment Master Legendary node, or you can just run the Teleport enchant over the HYDRA one if you do prefer it. For uniques, we're going with the Hail of Verglass and Axial Conduits, which may seem a little strange at first. But Verglass increases our damage by 1.5 to 2% each time Ice Shards hits an enemy. And this is all damage up to 75 to 100% at max stacks. That is an amazing damage boost for keeping that buff active. Axial Conduits is here purely for the maximum resource and resource generation, which scales incredibly well with our Serpentine aspects, as Axials gives us up to 50% increased maximum resource when fully masterworked. Ophidian Iris is this season's new unique, and this unique makes it all possible, which can drop in the open world or specifically by Duriel and Andariel. This unique is turning our HYDRA into a core skill, allowing HYDRA's damage to explode and allowing it to scale its damage for every head it gains past 3, and without this unique, HYDRA simply wouldn't have the power that it does. Despite the crit HYDRA's insane power so far this season, you can also build HYDRA through Burn, which scales really well into higher tier pits as it needs that time to cook. You can also check out Lurkin's Burn HYDRA build with the second link in the description. Let's get on to the rotation then, and we'll basically be pressing Ice Blades, Ice Armor and Teleport off cooldown, and we'll save Flame Shield for escaping any risky close calls. In his build, Lurkin suggests pressing HYDRA around every 3 to 5 seconds, and then in between that we're going to tap or spam Ice Shards about every half second, with the main focus of keeping that Verglass damage buff up from our helmet as much as possible. The strengths of this build are 1, simply how much damage it can pump out, and 2, how chill the playstyle feels when you get into the groove. It's also got a really natural transition between the leveling setup and the endgame, so it just feels really smooth to play with. The main weakness though is it's not the best speed farming build in the game in content like Nightmare Dungeons, but it still does well in pits. If you want to see this build in more detail, like checking out the full skill tree, aspects and uniques, runes, gems and more, then click the link below and check out the full written guide there. You can also check out more of Lurkin's Diablo 4 content over on his channel too. So if you are a fan of the Sorcerer in Season 9, make sure you check him out. Enjoy blasting with this build guys, and we'll catch you in the next one. Take care.